Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, so in this video presentation, we'll discuss about student learning test results in the circle and the relation and function materials for junior high school student. So in this video, there will be two assessment and result of mathematics material. The first one is circle and the second one is relation and function. But before we start, we would like to introduce our team. We are from Mathematics Education ICP class, and here our members. Okay, let's start from the circle one. The title is Student Learning Task Results in the Circle Material for Junior High School Students. For this chapter, in this material, it will be explained by Miftahul Jannah. For Miftahul Jannah, time is yours.
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity that given to me. I am Miftahul Jannah. I will explain about the interaction of our group report. Geometry is one of the branches of mathematics that is very important as a basic science and has been now to children's science childhood. Geometry has been studied at the basic education level, secondary school education, to higher education. Geometry is defined as a branch of mathematics that study points, lines, planes, and objects in space and their properties, size and relationship with one another. As a basic science as well as an auxiliary science in other lessons and so many uses in everyday life, therefore the development of geometry is very necessary. For this reason, mystery of the application of geometry needs to be disclosed. Furthermore, in order to be able to learn geometry properly and correctly, students are required to master basic geometry skills in proof, skill to make basic geometry paintings, and have adequate spatial insight. The initial concepts of students greatly affect the formation of other concepts and understanding of the material that use these concepts, such as understanding the concept of flat shapes, such as rectangles, triangles, and circles. Based on the description above in this report will be present about the result of learning assessment of mathematics or geometry, especially the material of the basic of circle in junior high school. At the elementary school level, the material about circles is only limited to the introduction of shapes and their elements. In contrast to the circle material at the junior high school level, the circle material is already at a higher level. For example, the definition of a circle, part of a circle, tongues, and so on. Thus, geometry material about circle is found at every level of education, starting from elementary education, secondary education to higher education, and is the basis of a very higher level. But understanding the concept of circle and using circle in solve mathematical problems in this report, the result of learning assessment of circle will be present especially for junior high school level education. Okay, then there is the formulation of the problem from this report, namely, number 1, what is the basic competencies for circle material at the junior high school level? The second, what is the form of the questions for assessing learning outcomes for circle material at the junior high school level? The third, how are the results of student learning assessment in the circle material for junior high school? Okay, next, the following are the object of this paper. This paper is made, number 1, this paper is made so that we understand more about circle. Number 2, to find out the form of the questions from assessing the learning outcomes of circle material at the junior high school level and how to solve them. Number 3, to find out the result of student learning assessment in the circle material of junior high school. Okay, thank you so much for me. I return to the moderator.
Thank you for Miftahul Jannah. So we will move to the topic of research method that will be explained by Atika Mawaddah Syakri. For Atika Mawaddah Syakri, time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity given to me. I want to explain about research method, approach and types of research. As the purpose of this research is to know the text of students' learning outcomes, the approach used in this research is descriptive qualitative. Qualitative research approach is an approach that emphasizes the aspect of in-depth understanding of a problem by looking at the problem. This research belongs to the type of ethnographic research, where the research makes observations on several students. Observations were made by sending questions to students as respondents, relate to one of the main topics, namely circles, to observe, understand, and access how students solve mathematical problems, which then show their learning outcomes. The subjects in this study were several 9th grade junior high school students. Data source. Data source consists of primary data source and secondary data source. In this research, the data source used is the primary data source, where research data is obtained directly from the original source of the research or concerned. Data is obtained directly from informants or sources who are considered to know and can be chosen to be a source of data. In this case, there are several students who come from various schools but are the same level, namely grade 9 junior high school. Next is data collection. Data collection is the main step in this research. In this case, the steps for data collection are as follows. First, observations were made to determine the appropriate subject and instrument used to support the research. 2. Studying the relevant literature supports the research objectives. 3. Prepared research instrument to be given to respondents. The research instrument is a math problem consisting of 5 numbers related to the topic of circles. 4. Documentation, which is a complement to the use of observation and interview methods. 5. Review the result obtained from several respondents. 6. Evaluation of the factors that influence the results. 7. Interview respondents regarding obstacles in understanding the mathematical concepts of the questions given. And 8. Analyze data and conclusions. Next is data analysis technique. To give meaning to the data obtained and collected in this study, an analysis was carried out using a qualitative approach with descriptive explanations. The qualitative descriptive analysis technique was chosen because the problem or target of the study was related to the analysis of students' learning outcomes. Data were analyzed through data reduction, data presentation, and drawing conclusion. First, data reduction is the activity of sorting out the required data by simplifying, classifying, and abstracting data. In this study, data reduction was carried out through data compilation, focusing the raw data into meaningful and appropriate information as needed. The data to be reduced includes data from observation on observation sets of data from students' ability tests in solving math problems. 2. Presentation of data, namely described by data so that it is easier for others to understand. In this study, data categorization is done by presenting data on students' ability test results in solving math problems. And 3. Conclusion drawing is the process of inferring from the data that has been generated in order to obtain a statement regarding the impact of activities and treatment activities. Conclusions are drawn to find the final answer from the data present. Conclusions lead to decisions based on known problems. So I think that all. I return to the moderator.
Okay, thank you for Atika Mawada Shakri. And next we will move to result and discussion. In this topic, we will divide by two sessions. The first one is result and the second one is discussion. The result topic will be explained by Nurfitria Ramdhani. To Nurfitria Ramdhani, time is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much for the time. I am Nurfitria Ramdhani. Want to explain about the result of the report. Okay. The author makes question for mathematics subject with the subtopics of circles in junior high school grade 9 semester 2. The subjects of the study were 5 respondents from students from various schools in Indonesia. Okay. Next, the basic competencies and indicators to be achieved in these circles material as follows. Okay, the basic competencies. 1. Explain the angle, center of the circumference, arc length, and area of a circle and their relationship. 2. Explain the eternal common tangents and common in two circles and how to trim them. 3. Solve problems related to the center angle, circumference angle, arc angle, and area of a circle and their relationship. 4. Solve problem related to external common tangents and common in two circles. Next, about the indicator. 1. Observing the elements of circle. 2. Reasoning the relationship between circle element. 3. Find the formula for determining the arc length of a circle. 4. Find the formula of determining the circumference of circle. 5. Find the formula of determining the area of a circle. 6. Find the formula of determining the common tangent line between two circles. 7. Find the formula for determining the external common tangent between two circles. 8. Draw a tangent to a circle as well as an inner common tangent and an outer common tangent between two circles. Okay, move to the result of student essay question answer. we can see for the question number 1, we can see the answer from the respondent. We know that all respondents have been able to work on this question very well, but there are still a few mistakes. Okay, for question number 2, we can see the answer. Respondent 1 and 4 have been able to work on this question very well. And for respondent 2 and 5 have been able to work on this question very well, but there are still a few mistakes. And for respondent 3 cannot do the question very well. Okay, question number 3, we can see the answer. Respondent 1, 3, and 4 have been able to work on this question very well. And for the respondent 2 and 5, we can see have been able to work on this question very well, but there are still a few mistakes. Next, for the question 4, we can see the answer. Respondent 1, 3, and 4 have been able to work on this question very well. And respondent 2 and 5, we can see have been able to work on this question very well, but there are still a few mistakes too. Okay, for the 5 question, we can see the answer. Respondent 4 and 5 have been able to work on this question very well. Respondent 2 have been able to work on this question, but there are still a few mistakes. And respondent 3 cannot do the question. Okay, we move to study test result. Mark Rahmatullah, we can see the total score is 75. Rabiatul Adiba, we can see the total score is 55. And Lia Ramadana, 55. Syamputri, 95. And Muhammad Dafa Hussein, 75. Okay, thank you very much. I return to the moderator.
And then we will move to discuss about the result of this study that will be explained by myself, Jumadila Purnama. To making question, there are 3 criteria that must be required, namely content, context, and the required students. Content criteria refers to the material to be tested. Meanwhile, context refers to the topic discussed in the problem. And then the required students refers to the indicator to be reached. The first criteria is content. For the first problem, the second problem, and the third problems, the content is circle elements. And then for the fourth problems, the content is tangent of circle. And then the last problems, the content is equation of tangent of circle. And then based on the result, the second criteria, which is context, there's no context in the first problem. But the second problem, the context is pizza. Then the third problem, there's no context. For the fourth problem, the context is filled. And the last problem, there's no context. And then the last criteria is the required student. For the first problem, the required student is observing the elements of a circle. And the second problem's student requires to find the formula for determining the circumference of circle. And the third problem's student requires to find the formula for determining the circumference of circle. And then for the fourth problem, student requires to find the formula for determining the tangent of circle. And then the last problem, student requires to find the equation for determining the tangent of circle. Next, we will analyze the respondent answer. In the analysis of respondent answers, there are 3 aspects that must be met by respondents in answering question, namely originality, flexibility, and fluency. Originality refers to the unique of the respondents' ideas in answering questions. Flexibility refers to the mathematical ideas displayed by students, and then fluency refers to the solution displayed by students in answering question. Okay, based on the results, the first respondent, which is March Rahmatullah, he requires for two indicators. They are flexibility and fluency. So we can conclude that the thinking ability level of March Rahmatullah is quite creative. And it's same for the Rabiatul Adabiyah. Its the thinking ability level is quite creative. And for Lia Ramadana, it's same from Maths Rahmatullah Rabiatul Adabiyah. It's also quite creative. And Syamputri, it's same, quite creative. And Muhammad Dafa Hussein, it's also same, quite creative. And then for the second problem, the first respondent, which is March Rahmatullah, requires all the indicators which are originality, flexibility, and fluency. So we can conclude that the thinking ability level of March Rahmatullah is creative. And then for Rabiatul Adabiyah, this just requires one indicator, which is originality. So the thinking ability level of Rabiatul Adabiyah is less creative. And then for Lia Ramadana, there's no indicator that she is required. So the thinking ability level of Lia Ramadana in second problem is not creative. And for the Syamputri, she requires for all the indicators, so the thinking ability level of Syamputri is creative. And then for the last respondent is Muhammad Dafa Hussein. She's just require one indicator, which is fluency. So the thinking ability level of Muhammad Dafa Hussein in problem 2 is less creative. Okay, and then we will move to the third problem. For the first respondent is March Rahmatullah. His requires all the indicators, which are originality, flexibility, and fluency. So the thinking ability level of March Rahmatullah is creative. And then for Rabiatul Adabiyah, she just requires one indicator, which is flexibility. So the thinking ability level of Rabiatul Adabiyah is less creative. And for Lia Ramadana, she requires for all indicators, which are originality, flexibility, and fluency. So the thinking ability level for Lia Ramadana is creative. It's same for Syamputri. The thinking ability level of Syamputri is creative. And the last one is Muhammad Dafa Hussein, which requires two indicators, which are flexibility and fluency. So the thinking ability level of Muhammad Dafa Hussein is quite creative. And then for the fourth problem, the first respondent requires all the indicators: originality, flexibility, and fluency. So the thinking ability level of March Rahmatullah for the fourth problem is creative. And then for Rabiatul Adabiyah, she just requires for one indicator, which is flexibility. So the thinking ability of level of Rabiatul Adabiyah is less creative. And then for Lia Ramadana, she requires all the indicators of originality, flexibility, and fluency. So the thinking ability level of Lia Ramadana is creative. And then for Syamputri is same. Her thinking ability level of Syamputri in problem 4 is creative. And then the last one is Muhammad Dafa Hussein, who requires two indicators, which are flexibility and fluency. So the thinking ability of Muhammad Dafa Hussein is quite creative. And then for the rating score of assessment for each problem, there are 5 criteria. The first one is creative, quite creative, less creative, not creative, could not answer. For the first criteria is creative. It has 20 score. And then for the second criteria is quite creative, which has 15 score. And then the last creative is it has 10 score, and not creative is 5 score, and couldn't answer is 0 score. And then the total of score for each problem is 20. The total score will portray the quality of students for each problem. Then, based on the result, to determine the standard of student mastery in this material, the formula for the level of student mastery is used, namely level of mastery. And then the form of level of mastery is equal to total score divided by 70 times 100%. And then the result of student mastery levels can be converted into the following guidelines. The first one is 90% till 100% is equal to excellent, and then 80% till 89% it's good, and then 70% till 79% is enough, and then 69% less than 69% is failed. If the level of students mastery is in the good and excellent category, then student can continue learning on the next material. However, if the level of student mastery is in the enough and failed categories, the student and teachers are required or supposed to repeat the learning activities. Then for the conclusion, we also divide by two sessions. The first one is conclusion and the second one is suggestion. The conclusion will be explained by Asriyadi. To Asriyadi, time is yours.
Thank you very much for the opportunity given to me. And next, I will explain about the conclusion. Based on three aspects of the respondents' answer analysis, namely originality, flexibility, and fluency, it can be concluded that the thinking ability of the respondents is still classified into the creative category with a percentage of 40%. The other percentages are quite creative with a total of 28%, less creative with a total of 20%, and not creative with a percentage of 12% that we can break down into. In the first question, all students belong to the quite creative category. In the second question, there are 2 students belonging to the creative category, 2 students belonging to the less creative category, and 1 student belonging to the uncreative category. In the third question, there are 3 students belonging to the creative category, 1 student belonging to the less creative category, and 1 student belonging to the less creative category. In the fourth question, the results are the same as the results in the third question, namely there are 3 students belonging to the creative category, 1 student belonging to the less creative category, and 1 student belonging to the less creative category. In the fifth question, there are 2 students belonging to the creative category, 1 student belonging to the less creative category, and 2 students belonging to the uncreative category. Maybe that's all from me. Thank you very much, and I'll return it to the moderator.
Thank you for Asriyadi. And then for the suggestion session will be explained by Taufik Hidayat. To Taufik Hidayat, time is yours.
Thank you for the opportunity that given to me. I will explain about the last part of the conclusion. So based on that, it can be concluded that the level of mastery of the material from each respondent, especially on the circle material, that is, there are 2 students in the poor category, 2 2 students in the sufficient category and 1 student in the very good category. Therefore, students who are classified as creative and creative enough are expected to be able to continue learning with other materials, and for students who are in the less creative and non-creative categories, it is expected that they will repeat the learning activities with the circle subtopic. Maybe that's all from me. I will return it into the moderator. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for Taufik Hidayat. And then we'll move to the second topic is student learning task result in the relation and function material for junior high school students. Okay, for the introduction session will be explained by Humaira. To Humaira, time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity has been given to me. I want to explain chapter 1 about introduction. Part A about background. The concept of relation and function is one of the most important concepts to be understood by students because it is the basis for understanding mathematics. There are several indicators to understand the concept of relation and function. The indicators of this understanding are listed in the secondary education curriculum issued by the Ministry of Education. The minimum standard of mastery of students in studying relation and function material is measured by student achievement of the basic competency or indicators that have been proclaimed in the Education Unit Level Curriculum or KTSP. And the 2013 curriculum currently in effect. Basic competency is the minimum knowledge, skills, and attitude that must be achieved by students to show that students have mastered the competency standard that have been set. Meanwhile, indicators are marked of basic competency marked by measured changes in behavior that include attitude, knowledge, and skills. Functional materials based on the Education Unit Level Curriculum have basic competency, and the indicators are as follows: understanding relation and function. First, student can explain in words and state everyday problem related to relation and function. Second, student can express a function with the notation. 2. Determine the value of the function. Student can calculate the value of the function. Student can determine the form of a function if the value and data of the function are known. However, according to research conducted by Aprianti, there are students who still have obstacles in studying relation and function material. There is a discrepancy between what is expected in the current educational curriculum and condition in the field when the minimum standard in the curriculum have been met. Student learning barriers do not occur. According to Aprianti, there are several barriers to student learning that arise regarding the concept of function in junior high school learning, including 1. Difficulty in defining function by definition. Students still make mistakes when concluding whether a relation is a function or not. 2. Difficulty in distinguishing groups of function and non-function. 3. Difficulty experienced when faced with different contexts. 4. Difficulty in communicating information in the form of function notation. According to Brassau, the teacher's dominant teaching method when explaining the material will risk losing student opportunity to learn. This means that teacher must provide understanding to student to a certain extent so that students have the opportunity to learn. Okay, for next, I want to explain about formulation of the problem. Based on the background of the problem that have been stated previously, the formulation of the problem in this study are: 1. How to identify the learning outcomes of junior high school students in relation and function material. 2. To what extent is the student understanding of the relation and function material. 3. How and what are the triggers for student errors in working on relation and function question. Next, for C, about purpose. Based on the formulation of the problem above, the objective of this study are: 1. Can identify the learning outcomes of junior high school students in relation and function material. 2. Knowing the limit of student understanding of the material, relation, and function. 3. Can identify the triggers of student errors in working on relation and function problem. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for Humaira. And then we will move to the research method that will be explained by Putri Ratu Adil Larigau and then Putri Regina Pratiwi. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. Next, I will discuss about research method. Approaches and types of research. The approach used in this study is a qualitative approach as the purpose of this study is to determine student learning outcomes tests. This qualitative research approach intends to understand what is experienced and what students know regarding the material, relation, and function by giving students questions related to the material so that after students answer the questions given, there are learning outcomes from students. The types of this research are qualitative descriptive research. To data search. The source of the data for this research is the respondent of class 8 junior high school student, where we provide the file of math questions with the material, relation, and function to class 8 student to answer the question given.
Thank you for the opportunity. Then I will explain about data collection. First, carry out an observation or observation technique, namely observing the atmosphere in depth to what value are contained in it so that it can support research. Second, study texts that contain instruction to support research objective. Third, the research prepare an instrument of mathematical question related to the topic of relation and function to be given to respondents, which consists of 5 questions. Then the research asks question and the research subject answered the question. Fourth, performing documentary technique on the result obtained from several respondents as well as important documents that are considered important in this research. Fifth, conduct an assessment of the result obtained from the respondents. And 6. Researchers use interview technique. Respondents ask about what obstacles were experienced in understanding the mathematical concept of the question given. Data analysis technique source. First, data reduction is something that is done by summarizing. Choose the main things and only focus on the things that are important. The data is reduced by testing the validity of the observational data on this observation sheet of the student's abilities as data in solving the problems of relation and function are given. Second, categorization is data that is qualitative in nature, which is the respondent's answer described in words or sentence but separate according to the category used in drawing conclusion. The categorization steps before conduction data analysis, namely. Third, checking, namely the activity of doing matching to find out the number of instruments collected according to needs and checking the completeness of the instrument sheet. Fourth, editing, which is an activity to fix and checking the completeness of data entry, the readability of the rating, whether it's clear or not, the clarity of the meaning of the answer, the suitability of the answer, and the relevance of the answer to the data observation sheet on the result of the student's ability to solve problems of the topic of relation and function given. Fifth, labeling, namely the activity of giving specific identity to the incoming instrument, including the type of instrument and the identity of the respondent. And six, synthesis. In synthesizing data, the research tries to find a link between one category and another category, and they gives in a label again to focus on data that is accordance with the research problem. Maybe that's all. I return to the moderator.
Okay, thank you for Putri Ratu Adila Rigau and Putri Regina Pratiwi. And then we will move to the results and discussion. In this topic, we will divide by two sessions. The first one is results and the second one is discussion. For the first session is results that will be explained by Mashita Nurfadia. Time is yours.
Thanks for the opportunity that has been given to me. I am Mashita Nurfadia. I'd like to continue our presentation about results and discussion. I will begin by results. We make question for mathematics subjects with the topic of relationship and function of junior high school, or we know as SMP, class 8, semester 1. The subjects of this research are 5 respondents from students from various schools in South Sulawesi. The basic competencies and indicators to be achieved in this relation and function materials will explain in the next slide. So, the basic competencies 3.3 describe and express relation and function using various representation like words, tables, graphs, diagrams, and equation. And the indicators: first, defining a relationship. Second, give example of a relationship in everyday life. The third, show a relationship with arrow diagrams, Cartesian diagrams, and order pairs. Fourth, showing function with a set of order pairs with the arrow diagrams, tables, and graphs. Fifth, show the Cartesian product of two known sets. Sixth, explaining relationship and function. The last but not least, the seventh, distinguishing between function and non-function. And other basic competition 4.3, solve problems related to relation and function using various representation. And the indicators: first, expressing a relationship related to everyday events. Second, declare function related to daily events. I would like to turn to results of student essay question answer. In this slide, we will look at the first question. The first question said, dari gambar tersebut ditunjukkan bahwa pemetaan fungsi G ke H tentukan masing-masing domain, kodomain, dan range serta pasangan berurutannya. So we can see the answer from the first respondent, the second respondent, the third respondent, the fourth respondent, and the last, the fifth respondent. So next, the second question. The second question said, Rizka mengikuti les matematika dengan biaya wajib per bulan sebesar Rp150.000 ditambah biaya per pertemuan sebesar Rp25.000. Jika Rizka mengikuti 4 kali pertemuan selama sebulan, tentukan biaya les yang harus dibayarkan. This question have special instruction or we know as petunjuk khusus. Petunjuk khusus, kerjakan dengan menggunakan lebih dari satu cara. Jika perlu, gunakan gagasan dan cara sendiri. So we can see the first respondent, the second respondent, the third respondent, the fourth respondent, and the last, the fifth respondents only have one way to answer, but some of them have their own way or idea to answer. So next, the third question. The third question said, diketahui sebuah taksi memiliki tarif awal buka pintu sebesar Rp4.000 dan kemudian ditambah tarif jaraknya Rp2.500 per kilometer. Jika Ridwan harus membayar taksi sebesar Rp69.000, berapakah jarak yang ditempuh Ridwan? Keterangan tarif awal buka pintu adalah tarif awal saat naik taksi. So we can see the answer from the first respondent until the fifth respondents. All of them have the answer 26 kilometers. So next, the fourth question. The fourth question said, tentukan diagram panah yang menunjukkan fungsi dan bukan fungsi. Sertakan alasan mengapa Anda menjawab seperti itu. So this question have special instruction too, or petunjuk khusus. Jawaban lebih dari satu. So we can see the first respondents, the second respondents, the third respondent, the fourth respondent, until the fifth respondents have the answer with the reasons. But only the first respondent and the fourth respondents have answer with one more way. So the last, the fifth question. The fifth question said, pada kegiatan pentas seni di sekolah terdapat 4 orang murid yaitu Faisa, Rahma, Hana, dan Anto. Selain itu, ada beberapa cabang lomba yang diadakan pada pentas seni tersebut, yaitu lomba tari, membaca puisi, menyanyi, dan monolog. Diketahui bahwa Faisa mengikuti lomba puisi, Rahma dan Hana mengikuti lomba tari, dan Anto mengikuti lomba monolog. So, tentukan A. Buatlah relasi yang menghubungkan antara murid dan lomba pentas seni yang diikuti. B. Apakah relasi tersebut merupakan fungsi? C. Apakah relasi itu merupakan korespondensi satu-satu? So, we can see the answer from the respondents from point A until point C. Let's move on to study test results. We can see the data of this table. The first respondent is Afifa with the total scores 55. The second respondent is Siti Ariandah Masyitah with the total scores 50. The third respondent is Aulia Arif with the total scores 75. The fourth respondent is Fadia Nurilmi with the total score 70. The last respondent is Naswa Febrianti with the total scores 45. Based on this table, we can see the highest scores was obtained by the third respondent, Aulia Arif. I think enough for me. I will return to the moderator.
Thank you. And then we will move to the second session, is discussion, that will be explained by Faiza Ananda. To Faiza Ananda, time is yours.
Okay, I will continue the session in chapter 3 in the sub-discussion. In making question, the author uses 3 criteria in making questions, namely content, context, and the questions require students. Content criteria refer to the material to be tested, meanwhile context refers to the topic being discussed, and the question refers to the competency achievement indicator. And in the 5 questions regarding relation and function, the following criteria are for the criterion number 1. The content is domain, codomain, range, and set ordered pairs. The context doesn't exist, and the competency achievement indicator is 3.3.3 that show a relationship with arrow diagrams, Cartesian diagrams, and ordered pairs. For criterion number 2, the content is presentation of function in daily life. The context is course fee. The competency achievement indicator is 4.3.2 that declare a function related to daily events. For criterion number 3, the content is presentation of function in daily life. The context is vehicle fare, and the competency achievement indicator is 4.3.2 that declare a function related to daily events. For criterion number 4, the content is function and not function. The context doesn't exist, and the competency achievement indicator is 3.3.7 that distinguishing between function and non-function. And for the last question, the content is presentation of relation in everyday life. The context is contest, and the achievement indicator is 4.3.1 that expressing a relationship related to everyday events. In the analysis of respondents' answer, there are 3 aspects that must be got by respondents in answering questions, namely originality, flexibility, and fluency. Originality refers to the uniqueness of the respondents' ideas in answering questions. Flexibility refers to the mathematical ideas displayed by students, and the fluency refers to the solutions displayed by students in answering questions. In question number 1, there are 2 students who met the fluency criteria and 2 other students on the flexibility criteria, while for the originality aspects there is no one. In question number 2, there are 4 students who met the fluency aspects, 2 students met the flexibility aspects, and 3 students met the originality aspects. There are even 2 students who fulfill creative thinking abilities. In question number 3, there are 4 students who meet the fluency and flexibility aspects, and 3 students meet the originality aspects. In fact, there are 2 students categorized having creative thinking abilities. In question number 4, the 5 students met the fluency aspect, and only 1 student met the flexibility aspect, and no 1 student met originality aspect. And the last question, it has the same results as the question number 4, namely the 5 students met the fluency aspects, only 1 student met the flexibility aspects, and no 1 student met the originality aspects. Based on this data, the percentage of students who have the following levels of creative thinking skills is obtained. For the creative level, 4 out 25 or equals to 16%, and for the quite creative level, there is 5 out 25 or equals to 20%, And for the less creative level, 13 out of 25 or equals to 52%. And the less is not creative, there is 3 out 25 or equals to 12%. In question week assessment section, there are 5 assessments, namely creative, quite creative, not creative, and no answer, where each assessment has a different score weight. For creative, get a score of 20 points. Quite creative gets a score of 15 points. Less creative gets a score of 10 points. Not creative gets a score of 5 points, and no answer gets 0 points. To determine the standard of student mastery in this material, the formula for the level of student mastery is used. Level of mastery equals to total score over 70 times 100%. The results of student mastery levels can be converted into the following guidelines: 90% to 100% indicated excellent, 80% to 89% indicated good, 70% to 79% indicated enough, and 69% less indicated failed. If the level of student mastery is in the good and excellent category, then students can continue learning on the next material. However, if the level of student mastery is in the enough and valid categories, the students and teachers are required to repeat the learning activities. So I think that's enough for me. Thank you. I give back to the moderator.
And then we will move to the last topic, which is conclusion. The first one is Paulidia Ananda Nasrul that will be explained about conclusion. Time is yours.
Thanks for the opportunity. Next, I will explain about the conclusion. Okay, the conclusion is based on the result of the analysis and discussion in terms of 3 aspects of the analysis of the respondents' answer used, namely originally, flexibility, and fluency. It can be concluded that the creative thinking ability of students from various schools in South Sulawesi is still relatively less creative, which is 52% based on 5 questions on relational topics. And the function of 8th grade of junior high school semester 1, the percentage that is classified as creative is only 16%, quiet creative 20%, and not creative at 12%. We can explain that in question number 1, there is only one student who has a fairly creative level of thinking, while one other student is less creative and the rest are not creative. In question number 2, there are 2 students who have a creative level of thinking and the rest are less creative. In question number 3, there are 2 students who have the ability to think creatively. 2 others are quite creative and 1 is less creative. And in question number 4 and number 5, there is only 1 student who has the ability to think creatively enough and the rest are less creative. As for the level of mastery of the material from the 5 respondents, only 2 students can continue learning to the next material, while the other 3 need to reserve additional learning on the topic of relations and function. The 2 students are Aulia Arif and
Fadia Nurilmi, who are in the very good and good categories respectively, while the students who need additional material are Afifa and Siti Arianda Mashita, who are in the fairly good category, and Nazwa Febrianti, who is the good category. Okay, maybe that's all. I return to the moderator.
Thank you, Nanda, for the explanation. And then the last session is suggestion that will be explained by Muhammad Iqbal. Time is yours.
Thank you for the opportunity. Then I will explain about suggestion. Based on the research that has been done, the research put forward some suggestions as follows. 1. For teachers, each student has a different level of ability. If possible, pay attention to students who have a low-level creative thinking ability. Students with a low-level creative thinking should be given more practice with the aim of activating their creative thinking skills, including the material relations and functions. And the second, this research is only limited to the ability to think creatively in relation and function material. For further research that will examine the them relevant to this research, it is better to examine it more broadly. Maybe that's all. I return to the moderator. Thank you.
So that's all from our team. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you on the next videos.